What's the deal with the friend group now? Is everybody still the same?
You were doing a podcast with what? Trisha and Tana, and they were both like, he wouldn't come on the pod.
Did Zayn do Ozempic?
I'm working for the NSA and somebody puts a code on my desk, something nobody else can break.
What are your thoughts on Kanye being Jewish? Or you being Jewish, and what are your thoughts on Kanye with you being a Jewish person?
Used to be out on the corner, he was dealing in drugs. Got himself a barber's chair and gave awesome cuts. Now he's a podcaster, his life he'll talk about it with us. And now it's Jeff FM. Jeff FM.
Get that mic in front of your mouth.
Are we doing
Have some
sound
prime
effects
if
today?
you want.
This
You know,
is cozy.
No.
No sound effects today?
No, Kyle's out sick, so there will be no sound bites. But we have Ryan here. He has that hilarious foot injury that he just got, and I'm loving it because he's been making fun of my eye for the past 3 years. So fuck you and your foot. I'm gonna stomp on that
What
shit.
happened? Like a George Foreman girl fall on it?
Pick up basketball, jumped a foot in the air, and came down on it wrong.
Damn, that's what happens with pickup ball games, man. I've known 3 friends who have like torn their ACLs playing pickup games of basketball.
Do me a favor and close that door real quick.
Jeff was talking such a big game. Things change around here. I'm a new man.
Look at him with the crutch.
Tried.
Can you close it
yeah.
because it bothers me?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
I can do it. I can
I
do
just
it.
feel like somebody's gonna come in here and fucking put a bullet right in my head, especially the way things have been going for me right now.
Are you in trouble with the law?
No.
Some bad dudes?
Before we get into this episode, this is a big deal. You guys coming on here means a lot to me. It shows a lot of respect, and I respect you guys for it because I know that it might not seem like anything to you, but you know, we were both part of a group that separated, and you guys are still in it. So for you coming here today, it shows a lot of character, you know. And I mean, I'm completely looking past Mike. Like I have hung out with him in the past year.
yeah.
But you guys were out of state when you hung out, though, right?
And we've gotten dinner here
So
a
what
few
does that
times.
have- Yeah, because we're not in LA. It's like real. It kind of is.
Honestly, yeah, once you get out of the bubble.
But you were doing a podcast with what? Trisha and Tana, and you were saying like, when I saw you, I said, yeah, I would come on the pod, and they were both like, he wouldn't come on the pod. You thought like I
Oh,
wouldn't,
yeah,
I wouldn't do that.
yeah.
Of course, man.
Well, you were always the scaredest, most fucking weakest, tall for nothing. One out of
Okay,
all
this
them.
is what we came here for?
Yeah, right back to where we left off. Well, honestly, it started from I had this new kid on. His name's Nick. He's like a kind of like he has like David's style of videos now,
okay.
and he was a fan of like our group coming up, and he was like, do you ever think there's any chance of you guys getting back together? And at first, immediately my response was no, absolutely not. You know, like one of these guys has done such wrong to me and is still continuing to do wrong that I won't ever consider it. But there's only one guy that fucked me over here. Everybody else was just friends that were trying to support each other, help each other with content. Anytime we would ask each other, come on a show, it was such a great thing that we had. And, you know, I met with Mike and we talked about everything. And I know Mike's a real human. He's not too caught up in this influencer lifestyle. He's not, his brain is not too clouded.
No, I've changed. I'm all about the clout now. I don't really care about
Nice.
friendship and LA.
Same as me then.
That's
Well,
it.
Welcome
that's
to
why
the
we're
club.
back. Let's go,
Yeah, we
Jeff.
fucking leveled up. We leveled up.
Yeah.
TikTok live?
TikTok. No, I don't really do TikTok live. Maybe I should get started on it though. It seems like there's real opportunity there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do TikTok live at all?
Look at dude, what the fuck do you think of if I'm doing TikTok live? Look at this place. Look at the brand deals rolling in. Let me get rid of this cancer juice.
Okay.
Not even paying me.
I DM'd you though, and you didn't respond.
Did you?
Yeah, I said I miss you. I said I miss
I
you
made a
about
lot of DMs.
2 weeks ago. Said miss you. Nothing.
I
But
got-
it's okay. I
Do you
know.
still get a lot of DMs from like models and like hot girls just being like, "Hey,
Yeah,
would
right
love to go
now,
out
yeah,
with
it's
you."
off the hook. I can't even check because I'm doing the Bachelor series with H3 Productions, Ethan Klein.
Okay.
They put together this whole series. It's live. I date women live on the show. We've gone through 800 women, and we narrowed it down.
800?
We narrowed it down to 6, baby. I
You
got
went
them
through
as my
them all.
wallpaper.
Wow.
Yeah,
Can I
yeah.
check them out? Like
I mean, you
on
can look.
my
It's
own?
very
I
blurry.
won't do like too in deep. And wait, have all these dates happened yet? Oh yeah,
Um,
these are blurry. What's going on with this?
Well, we had to kind of screenshot it. I just need to remember the names, so
Okay.
it's more of like a study cheat sheet.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of women, and I have brain damage and bad memory, so I have to do that. I'm just trying to remember the fucking names.
Yeah, you
Sometimes
got
I
to
forget-
take notes for each date.
Sometimes I forget this guy's name.
Did you come across
Steven.
any nice Jewish girls for your friend Mike?
That's weird that they didn't include any Jewish girls.
Oh, they specifically excluded Jewish girls, you're saying?
No, I didn't. My only thing was like
I'm kidding.
above,
The times.
above 25.
Okay.
I had no
25.
religion preferences, but I did say I'm looking to have kids soon.
Are you?
Yeah, I am.
Like getting married and having kids, or just fuck it, like just have kids?
No, I want to do it the right way. I want to do it the respectful way. Matt, I said earlier in the elevator ride up, congrats on your wedding. You're married now.
Thank you. You've been married now for almost like 3-4 months, it seems like.
See that ring on his finger?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Are you ever worried that you're gonna lose it?
Yeah, I worry about it all the time.
That's my biggest thing. Every time I see a wedding ring, I'm like, I'm losing that
You ever take it off?
as soon as I get it.
Yeah, I take it off actually when I sleep and when I take showers. But some people are saying like, never take your
Why?
ring off. Don't do it. Wait, why do I take mine off?
Because it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, it's
I
like,
sleep with this big ass watch on just to know my sleep if I slept properly at night.
dude, that's huge, Jeff. That you look like a Power Ranger with that watch on.
You're sleeping with
Well-
a damn iPad strapped to your wrist.
Healthier than you.
What is it tracking?
My sleep, the levels of sleep, my resting heart rate. I'm a real athlete, and I'll get to that in a second. You were talking about it earlier. I was going to segue into it, but I'll just take this opportunity to now. I'll be doing the LA Marathon in a week.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It's in a week.
And guess what, motherfuckers? Brooks is sponsoring it.
Ooh.
Last time, you fucking fuck Cody Co. You took my fucking sponsor, but not anymore. They hit me up. They said, "Hey Jeff, we saw your video." Because I you know how I am. You know, I could, be very petty at times, and I was
Yeah.
upset that they sponsored Cody for the New York City Marathon, and they just sent me a free pair of shoes.
Okay.
So
Unbelievable.
and we were talking about doing the deal, but instead I just got the shoes. So I said, "Fuck the shoes." And I just bought New Balances and I ran it in those. And I lost a toenail because the shoes are shit.
Damn. New
So-
Balance? That's my favorite brand.
Maybe I got a
we
size
love
too
New
small.
Balance if they want to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Send us that.
Nothing but love for New
But
Balance.
you already did the New York City Marathon. You did that.
Yeah. Brooks came through with the sponsor and I'm doing a lot more fitness stuff now. Cody Co's out. He's got his trains channel. He hasn't posted on in months,
He's
know?
busy being a father,
Fucking
man. He
shouldn't have
just
had
had
that
a
kid.
baby.
Shouldn't have had that kid. You lost your whole audience, and now they have nobody to look up to. There's been no videos coming out. You know how many people probably killed themselves because they don't have any inspiration
You just said
from an
you wanted
influencer?
kids. You
From
just wanted kids.
you just said you wanted
that.
kids.
Well, I'll wait for the right time when I'm not having a Brooks sponsor and a marathon coming up. I don't even think Cody was signed up for it, but it's nice, that I'm going to keep the train going for you guys. If you need an influential person, an influencer to influence you to work out and be fit,
Who made a better time? You or Cody in the New York City
it's not
Marathon?
important.
Cody coded.
Cody did? Yeah.
Probably by a substantial margin, right? Because he seems to be way more fit and like really focuses on it and seems more of like an athletic person in general. Just from what I've seen on the internet.
He trains
It's
smarter.
his, it's his
Yeah.
personality.
yeah.
And he's got a better personality.
And
than
he's
me.
better looking and funnier. And
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, we're here to talk about you, Jeff. Sorry. How long is the marathon? 26.2
So fuck
miles?
you, Cody. I'm calling for everything you work for. Yeah, 26.2 miles. It's very hilly out here in LA, but it'll be fun.
Are we going to come root for you? Should we make a sign for
Oh,
Nah,
Jeff?
I don't need that. I don't,
Woo! Go Jeff!
Cold water bottles, give you like nipples, tape
you guys are
nipples.
such fucking goofballs, man. I kind of miss them. You
Are
know?
you, and when you say you're doing the marathon, are you like driving the whole time along the people that are running?
Are you just skipping?
are you gonna like
Uh,
try and cheat your way through it? Are you gonna like paraglide
I
some
would
of
never
it?
cheat because I'd only cheat myself. I run to inspire
He stole
and
that
influence.
quote. He stole it.
No, I didn't. I probably did.
Do you
but-
listen to anything when you run or do you like raw dog it? You
Hell
just
yeah, I listen to music. I got AirPods on. I make my playlist the night before the marathon because I have moments. I get real excited out there when the fucking gun shoots off and I see like women passing me. I'm like, nope. And then I'm running. No, look.
what about the women passing you?
Or like an old woman. Let's say old woman. Edit
Okay.
old into when I said woman before. AI it. Like I'm competitive, so I see anybody passing me. It could be a guy, woman, doesn't matter the sex. A fucking
Yeah.
a duck could be running faster than me. And
Nice.
there was one last, and then in the New York Marathon there was a duck.
I know. I was just saying nice. Good save.
How do you pee during the marathon?
You're peeing out your pores because you're sweating so much. You're so dehydrated that you don't really have to pee. But I won't stop. I'm trying to get a good time. I haven't really trained properly. I've just been doing a lot of jujitsu, which is not training for marathons.
Have you trained with Casey Neistat at all in New York? I've seen you run
I
with
went
him.
for a couple runs with him. Yeah, he's on another level.
He just broke 3 hours, right?
I know. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, at like 40 years old.
Yeah.
He's been trying his whole life to do sub three hour marathon.
Yeah.
Is that insane? I don't know much about
video he put
marathons.
out, I sent it to my whole family. They all signed up for marathons. It was that inspiring because it was his whole life of trying to get to this goal and all these failures, him starting his family. Cody, you made a mistake now, but it's okay. You don't have to.
You should make videos like that.
I am trying to on
Inspiring
this one.
ones. Yeah.
I'm trying to, but I got a fucked up sense of humor, so I like to work that into it. And it might not be as motivational, but Casey did a great job at balancing, like making an entertaining piece that's inspiring, and he did it. He he put in the work. It's really hard to do that.
This is going to be your second LA marathon, right? Because you did one in 2016. You still got the medal up for that?
I was gonna say good memory, but it's up there. Huh? 2016, yeah, 8 years ago.
Oh, damn.
But back then, I had no idea what I was doing, and now I still have no idea what I was doing. But Cody has proper training. He's got like a coach, and he does things the right way, and he talks about it in his videos. So that's why he's more of a
his dad is like a world
safe
record holder too.
I know that.
Yeah, for like fastest man-powered vehicle, like on land and on water. It's like in his blood, man.
Yeah.
He knows how to set those records.
Yeah, I remember he told me that story. I was like, cool, bro. My dad was a fucking bus driver. And he just cracked up at it. Cody's, me and him have bonded a lot over the past, few years. I basically just branched out, started alliances with every group out there, taking over. There's a new sheriff in town.
It's not Game of Thrones, dude.
It's
you have like such
world.
this operation. You're like making alliances with Jeff.
I'm a Nelk boy. I'm a fucking Prime ambassador. What other groups are there? Tana's fucking. We're showing our pussies
the
everywhere.
KKK, you're joining every.
Don't tell her that. No racism. That I'm against.
Do you have an?
Fuck no.
Oh, okay.
No.
I just didn't know if you were like getting into
Do
that
you?
scene. No, I don't.
Did you consider it?
No, never have I considered.
No, we're
an
doing pretty well
OnlyFans.
here at Matt King LLC Industries.
Yeah, definitely. He's making me so much money, Jeff.
Are you getting a lot of sponsors, brand deals?
Yeah, for sure. Tons. It's been growing. It's been popping.
I did look at your page, so I do believe you. I know Mike is good at what he does.
Thank you, Jeff.
He's your sole client.
No.
Actually, yeah, you have tons of clients, and sometimes I do not know who they are. Some of them I do know, but
Yeah.
Any
You
big
introduced
ones
me
you
to
want to
some of
drop
them.
right now?
No, we're just here to talk about Matt and you
and us.
and us. We have a podcast together.
Hoot and a half.
I used to be like a co-host here. Those were the good old days.
New guy, he replaced you.
Hey, I was never in that corner. I was always on the couch, but maybe one day I'll be able to fill my shoes back here on the couch.
Yeah. It's kind of like
I don't know why I'm being a dick to this kid.
No.
I'm injured.
Wait till
No, I
he
get it.
gets going.
That's kind of the whole vibe of your guys' group.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure there's nothing here that you've stolen from me that you're using to taunt me again. Because
No.
the last time I was here, Jeff, you took a piece from my Christmas village, my Dickens Village little horse and carriage, and you smashed it on air.
Yeah, I remember that.
You did.
I love that episode.
I accepted it. It's fine. I don't hold a grudge about it at all, but I'm just making sure. We got gift bags. Are those goodies for us?
Yes, they are.
Are they actually?
Yes, open it up.
Can you smell?
Yes.
Can you smell my hair right now? I did a little bit of Jeff's.
I do actually smell the texture spray.
I did a little texture straight before I came
I
here.
ran out. Well, my wife loves it so much.
Oh, hell.
Ladies out there, even if your man has the sea salt spray, steal it from him. It's fantastic.
Oh, that hair oil you're gonna love with your blonde hair and Patricia's blonde hair for frizzies, little flyaways.
Oh, perfect.
That just takes them. It all smooths it out so perfectly. It's the best.
Oh,
Nah,
yes.
I don't know if I really
The
want any. I
pomade.
don't know if I want any of this
Have
stuff.
you been having a lot of fun saying my wife?
Yes. I love saying my wife. It's better than fiance because fiance is like, when you say that, it opens up like too much small talk. Like when you get in an Uber and like she's
they're like,
running
"So when is
behind
it?"
and you're like, hold on, sorry, my fiance's coming. They're like, fiance, what? Well, when's the wedding? And then you're talking
How'd
about
you
that
guys
for forever.
meet? How long's it been? And
Wife is steady.
Yeah.
But it's pretty awesome having a wife.
Jeff, thank you for the gifts.
Thank you, Jeff.
I was trying to be snarky and say I don't really want any of this stuff, but this bag is fucking sick too.
Yeah, we got a lot of new products.
Did you
out,
kill
new
the cow
stuff.
to get this leather?
I gave you guys the real leather.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this feels like real leather, dude.
because we sell the faux leather. It's still quality, but just
Oh,
because
yeah,
like
that is.
I don't want people throwing blood buckets on me and stuff when I'm walking out of award shows and, and things.
Yeah.
You just did some big award show too, right? With like there was like a big panel. It was a live thing with. I saw something.
Yeah, it was like a YouTube award show.
Yes.
But it was at the Dolby Theater.
That's sick.
Or the Oscars, where Chris Rock slapped.
Yeah.
Chris Rock got slapped by Will Smith. Yeah, so it was fucking nuts because there was like 5,000 people in there. It's
pretty sick.
Do you think he was justified in slapping him? Even though this is now years ago, but the Oscars are coming up this weekend. I feel like that's like something you would either be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm totally with Will on that. Hey, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth.
I think you should have left it at that.
Okay.
I would love to get up and slap Mike across his face right now, but I know how to control my anger. I know breathing exercises. I work on this stuff. Like you know how I am. Like I'm very proactive in trying to fix myself, and health stuff. I'm all about it. Cold plunging every day. We could go down the list, but it would take forever.
I think you do like pushing people's buttons just a little bit. Like when we were on that flight one time, we were going from Miami to LA. There was a woman on the flight who was smoking a cigarette, and it terrified us. We couldn't believe it. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
You had like the aisle seat. I'm in the middle seat, and this is it's the red-eye flight. This is the middle of the night. In the middle of the flight, we're probably flying over Oklahoma, and we just get this big whiff of a cigarette. And it's not like someone smells like smoke, because we would have smelled it the whole time. It was fresh.
Someone
it was
lit up mid-flight.
The tobacco was burning.
Yeah.
And Jeff looks down the aisle, and he sees a girl like 2 rows up from us, just sitting there.
It was like a 100 too. It was a long one, and she wasn't trying to hide it at all. She just had that cigarette lit, just chilling.
She's like on her phone trying to connect to the Wi-Fi.
Wait, private plane or
like
commercial flight?
No, commercial. It was like
commercial flight.
It was like we were in the 50s. Like when did they let people smoke on planes?
I think like in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah, she was just like, I guess she fucking time traveled.
But the thing is though, that obviously is a crazy person on a flight.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm going to trust the flight attendants and security, whoever's on board, to handle it. But Jeff, so the flight attendant comes down and looks to this woman and goes, "What are you doing?" Takes the cigarette out of her hand, puts it immediately in the girl's drink, and is like, "You cannot smoke on this flight, blah, 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 blah." And the girl's like, "Okay, I'm sorry. She walks away, and Jeff's like, "Yeah, why you fucking smoking on this flight, huh?"
No.
Yeah, you. And I was like, "Stop, Jeff, we don't know who this woman is.
No,
she's probably unhinged. Let's stop talking to her."
I was like, do it again. I wanted her to do more, or like, give me one. Like, let's fucking all smoke up. They can't kick us all off the plane.
My heart was pounding that whole moment. I'm like, Jeff, just shut up, Jeff.
It is funny how anxious you get in these situations.
Just, if I'm in a confined space on a flight and I have hours to go.
I mean, this just happened 2 days ago. We were driving to get in and out, and we're waiting behind a car. There's just like 40 fucking cars trying to get into the in and out. So I say, I'm just going to pass this guy in the left.
In the drive-thru. They were in the drive-thru. We don't want to be in the drive-thru. We want the parking lot.
And so I just did a little maneuver, slightly illegal, but I'm going to cut in front of someone. And as I'm cutting in front of him, he realizes, blasts the horn. Matt screams as if a nuclear bomb just got dropped on Los Angeles. Oh my God! What?
Oh yeah, I've been in the car driving with you before.
You're a maniac driver though, Jeff.
Not anymore.
You were a scary driver.
I'm a family man now. And I got a family that it's coming soon. Look, you know how you said you like saying your wife earlier?
Yeah.
My 6 girlfriends.
That is cooler.
Do you think you already know which one you already like by now?
Yeah.
Like if I was on The Bachelor, that first night, if I had met all those women, I know for sure who's at least going to be in the bottom, or the top 3.
There's
of
2.
my picking.
I could pick the top 2, definitely. I could probably pick the top 3 right now.
Ooh.
So you would just go based off looks?
No, first impression. Because I guess that is kind of the first night, and there is a little bit of mingling, a little bit of cocktails, but like I could get the vibe. I think in the first night, genuinely, the top 3. But do you think you could, Mike?
I would probably want a second impression, because first impressions, people are nervous. Like you see it on first dates too. Some people you go on a first date with, they present themselves one way, and then by like date 2 or 3, a lot of the nerves have dropped. They're a little more relaxed, a little more themselves. So I wouldn't go based on the first night.
Okay.
But it's also like probably part of the fun and the journey is like going through that and experiencing what it is to be on a game show like that, where you're learning how to date people in front of America. I feel like that's just a fun experiment to do on its own.
Yeah, it's tricky because I want to be honest, and I also want to keep it entertaining. If I say anything about why I don't like the girl, I'm a misogynist, automatically. Like there was one girl that was an influencer that was in it. That was one of the things I didn't like, is that she's not that I'm like, my partner's not allowed to have a career, but she's a TikToker gossiper. Like, you know how like Tana does like
to stir it up.
She'll,
yeah.
I can't be, sleeping in a bed with that person every night and like, when the fuck is she gonna snap and tell 10 million of her followers that I didn't wash the dishes or something, and then I'm getting canceled
You
for
walk
it.
out of the shower and she hits you with a TikTok trying to answer it wrong, and then you're the bad guy.
Yeah, exactly. So I pointed out in the background, I was like, oh, that looks like a nice like Saint Laurent designer bag. I kind of don't like that vibe because
I saw this.
yeah, it went viral. It went fucking. Everybody thinks I'm a piece of shit.
You're
now.
saying it to their faces what you already don't like about
Well,
them.
he was
You're
on
not
like,
doing
he was on like a Zoom call, and there was a
Yeah.
girl, and he goes, "Oh, I see you got a nice designer bag. I'm sure your ex-boyfriend bought that for you."
Look,
And it turned out it was like
it's
a-
a 4.5 hour live show. I'm not gonna have everyone be a 10 out of 10. I tried to let her know that look, it's not gonna work out between us. Let me blame it on this shit in the background. I didn't know that was going to be my biggest mistake. So now there's a viral TikTok. I'm a piece of shit. You know,
I don't think you are.
Assuming that she couldn't get it herself, that the boyfriend bought
I didn't mean it like that. I'm not thinking.
And it wasn't even
4.5
it wasn't
hours.
even a bag. It was like a box of a PR gift that you just get as like a girl influencer. So it wasn't even
And you know what she did?
what.
Made the video about me before we were even dating or in a relationship.
See, your gut told you what you wanted.
I
and-
was already getting smoked by her and defamed before we were even in a relationship. Saint Laurent bag in the back, you know, like she had like a nice expensive designer bag that was probably gifted to her by a man.
Let's do a what's in my purse that my man bought me.
Already
Tag.
defaming me. Already. You didn't even get the chance. We dated through a show.
So thoughtful, in fact, that he custom made 4 cardboard inserts for my YSL lipsticks. He just wanted to make sure I had no room for things like keys or money, since he buys everything for me. What do I need the room for?
I just
And
don't.
I just love to put it on display right in the back, just in case if I'm ever on a date, let's say on Zoom, everybody knows that my man has my heart.
Look, I'm not perfect, all right? But do I deserve this type of defaming from my so-called, my spouse for the rest of my life? This would be my wife. She defamed me after we had not even a real first date.
could have kept your mouth shut, Jeff.
You would have done the same thing, Jeff. You totally would have. If it was reversed,
I don't do those
and
TikTok
some girl was
stitch
like,
shit.
"Oh, where'd you
I
get
don't-
that? Where'd you get that Jeff FM sign? You custom made it yourself, like a little trophy for yourself, you little boy." And you go, "She called me a little fucking boy. I'm a man."
You
This
see,
is
that's
my
why I'm so much
studio."
happier you're here now because he's like you. He's just like a little annoying and less funny. And you keep your mouth shut and you only come out with fucking bangers. That's my boy right there.
Thanks.
I'll come fucking stomp on that foot later. All right, guys, real quick. Today's episode is sponsored by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America. We are the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. It's just you against the numbers. Instead of battling thousands of other players, including pros and sharks, all you got to do is pick more than or less than on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Football season might be over, but there's no shortage of high-stakes basketball moments this time of the year. Get in on the excitement with PrizePicks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, where you can turn your hoops knowledge into serious cash. I like playing UFC. It's a very unpredictable sport, but there are pretty simple bets that you can make. You just pick more or less than the time the fight goes. You could say if it goes to decision or if it's going to be a finish or how many strikes landed. Tons of different scenarios you can play. And if you want to play along some of PrizePicks' favorite players like Meek Mill and Sugar Sean O'Malley, you can now find the community plays under the promos tab of the app to view entries from some of the biggest names in the PrizePicks community each week. Speaking of Sugar Sean, I'll be betting him to win by a finish this weekend. Tons of good fights coming up. UFC 300. PrizePicks also has quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, and an enormous selection of players and stat types are what makes PrizePicks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Download the app today and use code Jeff for a first deposit match up to $100. Pick more, play less. It's that easy. Thank you, PrizePicks, for sponsoring the show. Let's get back on with it. What's the deal with the friend group now? Is everybody still the same? Everybody's cool?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, everybody does seem cool. I know, like it sucks. Like socially, I don't feel like I get to see a lot of them as much as I want to. Since I'm married, we have a different like social group. The people I'm going to see on the weekends.
Yeah.
I miss living with like Zane and Todd and Danielle. I really do. But I feel like I do see everyone like once a week. But
Yeah.
it's usually for like there's a reason. Like we're celebrating Zane for his body transformation, or there's always like
birthday or something.
yeah, there's always like a
someone's birthday.
context for the hanging out. Sometimes I wish it was a little bit more organic, but it's also because I just don't live over there and stuff.
Yeah, it's
But
definitely
yeah.
not as frequent. Like, I mean, it's just life.
Even back then, it was for something. It was for filming.
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah.
fun. Nothing really to bring the group together now.
I guess
Looks like
know.
you guys picked the wrong.
We don't. I mean,
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Yeah.
I don't want to put you guys in any hot water with anyone, but I know that you guys are self-sufficient. You know, you're your own corporation over there with Hoot and Half.
Yeah.
That's right.
You don't answer to nobody. So
No.
that's why I love that you guys were so open to come on the show. Carly and Aaron, who you guys also do a show with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good influences.
Yeah, that's a great name. I love that.
Matt came up with that one.
Oh, thank you, Mike.
And what's Only Friends that they have?
That's just the two of them, Carly
I
and Aaron.
love that name too, because that's what I wanted to do with Tana, because
Only
she's
Friends?
like she's like the OF girl, and I'm like, well,
Her friend.
we're just friends,
Dude,
you
that
know?
tour that they're doing, Tana and Brooke. Have
Insane.
you seen the rooms they're playing?
Yeah, I come out to some of them.
It's
I'll pop in.
Oh, you go on?
Yeah,
It's fucking awesome how much like success they're getting from that.
I know.
Have you seen the rooms that they're doing?
Yeah, I don't think I've like, seen clips of the rooms, but I know they're doing like.
It's like
Theaters.
they're really doing it. It's
That's
fucking
badass. And it's so
sick.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of Brooke too. That
Yeah.
girl was. I just remember her being like a hostess at Catch.
Yeah,
And then I'm like,
yeah.
wait, what?
Yeah.
She's
Bro,
up
they
in
kill
it.
it. They kill it. Their stage presence is great. They know their audience so well, and like I didn't see it in the beginning, but I never realized how funny Tana really is. Like she's up on everything. She's sharp. She's witty.
For a woman. Yeah.
What the fuck, Oscar? You could have just let that nice thing go. Like Tana, yeah, I'm proud of her. She's fucking killing it. But yeah, OF. Let's get back to that, because I know that's what everyone else resulted to doing pretty much now from our old group.
I guess so. Who's doing it? We got Todd, we got Scott, and we got
Corinna.
and Aaron.
Yeah. Okay.
And
That's
then
not,
Carly apparently like started one and then like deleted it immediately, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think she did.
Also,
But it wasn't.
Snapchat is blowing the fuck up too. You doing Snapchat?
I do it, but I'm not passionate about it. Like it
Yeah.
goes away in a day. So why would I try hard on something that's going to disappear
Right. This shit, Jeff FM is forever.
forever?
That's what the F stands for, right?
People
Jeff
will listen
forever.
to this in 1,000 years, and they might say that he will be the second coming. he will return.
Yo, you need to get like a big Spotify deal, big buyout. Someone just giving you a big $100 million check.
That's
for a
what
couple
I'm
years.
talking about. Yeah.
You could do it. Do you listen to any podcast yourself? I don't like
Just
see
this
you as
one.
that's it. You only listen to yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe you should listen to your competitors and see really what they're doing that you could
Low
take
level
back.
stuff. I don't want to pick up any bad habits.
Yeah, God forbid you change and grow. God forbid.
Oh yeah, God forbid.
Oh no, I only do the same thing I've been doing since 2017. Talking shit, being from New York, tough guy attitude. I'm an
guy.
athlete. I'm an athlete. You're a piece of shit.
It's not just
Fuck
an
you.
attitude, pal. I'll show you two real quick, both you guys.
I didn't say anything. My ankle's
Why
already
do you
broken.
get looped in from my shit
Because
talking?
you're the same to me. You guys are the same.
What? Both handsome, good looking.
Same height, same fucking features, colors.
Lebanese,
Jewish.
pretty different.
Yeah.
Pretty different right now. Let's just establish that.
Can I
Yeah.
talk to you outside? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, so Carly and Aaron, they were getting like a lot of shit in their comments, because I think Carly was going live on TikTok or something, and everybody was like, Team Jeff, Team Jeff.
God, can I make everything about
And she's
Jeff?
just what? She was like
No, I
ignoring
know.
it.
No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
It
What
doesn't,
happened?
it
What
doesn't
happened?
have to be like that. I don't want this to
Should
be.
be.
Oh, you're saying like people just went on Carly's thing and was like Team Jeff as if there's like sides and everything?
Yeah, they weren't even at the fucking beach. That they completely disassociated from all of us at that time. They were like,
Yeah.
"You guys are going outside the house during COVID."
Yeah.
Fuck you. I am friends with you.
Yeah.
So why would I be mad at them for the situation? Like I got mad at Jonah because he was told not to associate with me anymore, and he listened. That's what pissed me off.
Mm.
But Carly and Aaron, like Carly sent me a nice voice note. She was like, "Hey, just a heads up, we talked about you." Like it's such a weird thing that she has to like
Yeah.
even feel the need to do that. Like I'm not a nut job. I'm not an unhinged fucking maniac that's just gonna come after everybody.
Right.
Roll the footage.
But I mean, I'm not scared. I'm not.
No,
scared
I'm
of
not
you.
scared of Jeff. No.
I know.
Sorry, you're trying to be
No.
serious
Sometimes
of
there's
being a
times where
dick.
people have been like, "Oh wait, oh gosh," but Jeff might see that or that might get construed. That might upset Jeff, and then I've been like, "If Jeff has a problem, I will contact you immediately."
Yeah.
Like,
I'm right here. You
I
have my
think-
number. I have the same number.
Yeah.
It's not
DM me on Instagram. I want to see it.
Yeah, life is just also way bigger than the internet. Like when you do this shit on the internet, you're together for like a couple minutes, an hour at a time. And then that's the thing that looks like it lives forever. But if you post like a 10-minute video, like Casey Neistat puts a 10-minute video, that's 10 minutes out of like a 24-hour day for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. There's so much life that we're all living outside of like social media. I know. What are you nodding your head for?
Nah.
Nah,
You're
right?
not buying
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
You guys are
Bullshit.
just
The
social media.
internet is what matters.
This is real shit. This is as real as it gets right here, baby.
I mean, I just think that's why like people like me and Matt have
you
such
see a
long.
script in front of me?
I don't know if you're fucking replacing bad jokes with AI or what these days, but the ability to remain success, in my view, is just by being a real person. And like, if you're only looking at the screen and the likes and the comments and like all that shit, that's not what real life is. The internet is a capturing of a real life. So if your real life is good, you capture that. That's what you want to show people. So you like happen to be a funny guy from New York, rips on his friends, like tough guy. That's what you display on the internet.
Athlete.
That's why it works. I didn't say athlete. That's the
Athlete.
part that I.
Yeah.
Good style.
Pro fighter.
And so it's just like, yeah, when there's things that's like, oh shit, what if like I post this and someone sees it, or like Team Jeff? It's just like,
I just wanted to clear that up. Like, I only have an issue with one guy, you know, like I feel for everyone else that is in, you know, like has a misfortune now. Like fucking, I feel terrible for Jason, even though he sat there and let, you know, kid tell lies about me. But like to see all the hard work,
Who?
you know who I'm talking about.
I know.
But yeah, to see Jason do the fucking lives and get swatted and shit. Remember that Jews he did? Yeah.
Jews. That's nice.
he's saying Jews. I don't know if you
Yeah,
heard that.
I'm hearing
Yeah,
Jews.
that was the Jeff
Yeah.
FM remix.
Yeah.
Getting swatted is fucking absolutely insane.
Have you ever
got-
been swatted?
Don't jinx it. I'll
Okay.
fucking shoot somebody. They come here. I'll blow somebody up with a shotgun.
Just
With a
SWAT
fucking
guy. You can't.
What kind of security you got here?
a sawed-off shotgun.
Perfect. Yeah, that's what you want the people to think.
Yeah.
I saw crazy shit when I walked in here. You do not
No,
want
I
to
have
walk
a- I'll
in.
show you after. I have a sawed-off shotgun.
Are you good with
I
weapons?
keep it next to my bed.
Like, can you do it? Can you be in a knife fight? Can you fuck around with some nunchucks?
Yeah. Are you saying if somebody comes at me with a knife or if I had the knife?
If you are you good with any type
I'll
of weapons? A
I'll
bow
stab him to
staff?
death.
What's
I'll
your
fucking-
weapon? You have a baseball bat, a knife, paintball gun.
Oh,
What do you?
baseball bat was my go-to in like group fights in the
Okay.
neighborhood back home.
Yeah.
If we were going to a group fight, baseball bat's the best. And it's probably not like, because you're not killing somebody, but you whack somebody with a fucking metal bat and you hear that bing.
Ooh, metal.
Yeah. Oh, aluminum. Yeah.
Yeah.
We go. So it's a nice fucking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but not, you don't want to crack somebody's head open. You hit him in like the body or something.
Right.
Yeah. You could kill someone with a baseball bat across the head.
Yeah. And that's assault with a deadly weapon. And we're not trying to get any of those.
Is a baseball bat a deadly weapen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a metal club that you could club somebody to death with.
I want like a wooden one though.
That's not considered it's actually, it's weird that I know this. And that's actually not weird that I know this because I've looked into it. A wooden bat is considered a stick. So you can beat somebody to death with a wooden bat and you won't get the same charge as if you beat somebody to death with a metal bat.
Whoa.
So for all you kids out there who want to
There you go.
go and fuck up the neighborhood.
You say I don't give education with this show?
Yeah, no, Jeff, this is good info. People need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about charges? Like if you have a wooden bat versus a metal bat with drugs, do you get charged with a weapon with the drugs if it's a metal bat?
Yeah. You get
and then
charged
it's
with
just
the
a
drugs.
stick? No. Because I know that's a separate charge. You get charged weapon with drugs, right?
No, it would just be another.
Yeah.
It'd be an additional charge. You'd have like 10 different charges, or you'd have 2 different charges. But they always just throw on some extra stuff or like whatever. You know, you could have been jaywalking as you were beating the guy up with the bat. They'll just throw that on there too. Like when I got chased by the cops, I didn't realize it, but they added all the red lights and stop signs I blew and like illegal
yeah.
U-turns and stuff. And I was like, what the
You got
fuck?
chased by the cops or what?
This was like 7 years ago.
Okay.
This is like back when I did this.
Ah.
Yeah, it was marathon
You
1.
ran from the cops.
No, I was on a dirt bike.
Oh shit.
I told this story
Oh
before.
damn. I don't listen to all the lore.
The lore.
The lore, the Jeff FM lore.
Yeah. So back to Carly and Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to come on your guys' show.
Sure.
That'd be cool. If
Yeah.
you'll have me.
Of
I know
course,
I'm
yeah.
I'm banished to that side of the internet now.
I don't
with
know
the
if it's
Trishas
that
and the-
serious. It's just kind of like
It's not
do
really
it-
that-
What?
this is America. No, not Patricia.
Oh, Trisha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't you and Trisha are still tight though, right?
We did one show together. I respect her. I think she's funny. You know,
she hurt my feelings though.
with what?
She said she didn't remember me.
she's just doing her thing.
Y'all were,
you know?
y'all were like ranking people.
Oh yeah,
And then
that
she
was
was
nice.
like,
I don't
who's-
know if I ever said that. Someone sent
Did
me a
we
clip that
rank
you
you?
said like I talked to Matt King and Mike Sheffer from the crew.
Oh, and then she
someone
did
made like
one episode and she said she didn't remember me, and then you guys did a ranking, and then she was like, oh yeah, Matt was always really nice, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, so now you do remember me. Granted, she's busy, but I'm just surprised.
Well, you didn't remember that Jeff ran from the cops 7 years ago, so
let's
balance
story.
it out.
But it's like I still remember Jeff.
I know.
I love Trisha though.
Yeah,
Maybe you shouldn't put the name to the face.
I guess so. I just really thought
when Trisha's not coming for your throat, like she's funny, you know? It's fun to watch her go after other people because then you could just like sit there and enjoy it. But no, she's so funny too. Her and Tana make a good duo. I think they got the fucking internet locked down. Those two. That's a dangerous duo. Those two in a room talking shit on ex-boyfriends. Do you want to smell like a zero? In a clinical study, men who showered with soap and used Mando whole body deodorant in their pits had an odor score of 0 out of 10 after 12 hours. No odor. Men who showered with soap alone had an armpit odor score of 8 out of 10 after 12 hours. Big odor. Introducing Mando. From the makers of Lumi deodorant, Mando is clinically proven to control odor for 72 hours, whether you stink, pits, package, feet, and beyond. I'm gonna rub this thing all over my body next week when I do the marathon. Make the switch to Mando whole body deodorant and smell like a zero every day. Special offer, new customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code and link. Use code JeffFM at shopmando.com. That's SHOPMANDO.com. Mando's created by a doctor. It is paraben-free, baking soda-free, pH balance for safe use below the belt, and it's clinically proven to control odor better than shower with soap alone. I don't know why somebody didn't think about this earlier. It makes sense. Other stuff stinks too on people. This stuff is great. I'm rubbing it all over my whole body. I'll never have any odor again. If you guys want to try it out for yourself, Mando Starter Pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for Jeff FM listeners, new customers get $5 off a Mando Starter Pack with code JeffFM at shopmando.com. That equates to over 40% of your starter pack when you visit shopmando.com and use code JeffFM. That's right. Go down to the link in the description and use code JeffFM and stop stinking, you filthy animals. Let's get back on with the show. What are your thoughts on Kanye being Jewish, or you being Jewish, and what are your thoughts on Kanye with you being a Jewish person?
Something funny in there, Oscar?
Wait, you said it.
Answer the question.
I mean, it's very clear that he's definitely said some horrific anti-Semitic shit. I just don't know if he's like actually believes this stuff or if he's just
trying to get out of his
bunch
Adidas
of crazy
contract, like that controversy. You think it was that?
I don't know if he's trying to get out of it or like he wanted to keep the Adidas contract, but he's done like the Taylor Swift thing. This fucking Beyonce had the best video of all time, like interrupting Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that pissed you off. That Taylor Swift?
That was really hurtful for me, particularly. And then he started a whole like church, and then he started talking about Jews. Like, it's definitely harmful in my view. I think it's really awful because he starts to like talk about really anti-Semitic conspiracies that have been around for a long time and are harmful, and people maybe don't know better. So in that case, like, I'm not such a big fan of it. It's not like if I walk into like a room and someone's playing Kanye, I'm like, turn that off, because it's like
What if you look at somebody's like Instagram story and there's a Kanye song playing in the background?
I think it's okay. Like I can't police the
Have you
world.
listened to his new album?
Yes, I have, but I just wish he would put out that Backstreet Boys remix that he was teasing everybody with. That everybody, man, that hit hard.
This is your guy.
And he didn't.
I know.
He didn't include it.
I know. Matt sent me that song. He goes, dude, and he sent
And I
it.
totally kind of forgot.
And I was like,
what
excuse, what am I supposed to be
No,
here?
but it's fine. He apologized. He said he watched 21 Jump Street and
And Jonah made him a fucking pro-Jewish person.
Bro, whatever it takes to end those negative thoughts in your mind, you know? Look at American History X.
Oh, we were just talking about that movie
all weekend. Mike was.
You know what happened in that movie?
I've seen.
That guy was the leader of that group that you were talking about earlier.
That you were talking
starts
about
with a K,
joining
and there's
before the
3 of
show.
them.
Yeah, you said you were signing up for the application to join.
It wasn't until he was raped in prison by a group of white supremacists, the brothers.
Yeah.
What's up, brother? brotherhood.
Yeah.
You know
You're
what I'm talking about?
Italian.
I'm tan. Yeah, I don't count.
You're not considered white in prison?
No, I am. I
Oh,
am.
okay.
They stick me with the woods. He doesn't know what he's talking about sometimes.
Never been in prison.
You've never been to prison?
Surprise.
Not yet. You keep hanging around this guy.
Nice.
I got one off. Got one off, Jeff.
I don't like that because we're a team. You guys are a team. I don't
on the
wanna-
same
I don't wanna
team.
see
We're
my
on the-
boy lose. He's
we're on-
injured. He's probably on some sort of medication.
The team is Jeff FM.
Oxys.
We're here for comedy.
You're on oxys.
No,
Yo, you got any extras?
not for you.
Okay.
So yeah, it wasn't until he was raped in prison that he befriended a black guy. And, you know, they became best friends and that ended his racism in him. And then when he came out, his new objective in life was to stop everybody's, like the things he was preaching before, it had now become the opposite.
Specifically his younger brother who was into the
Yes.
KKK stuff and all the Nazi stuff.
Yeah. So whatever it
Great
takes.
fucking
if it was,
movie,
if
American
it was
History
21
X.
Jump Street, if it's getting raped in prison to end racism,
Yeah.
look at that lava lamp. We just had a solar flare.
I told Steve
Well,
to
I said
watch
that.
that.
To American History X.
Yeah, like last week.
He
God.
looks like a character from it.
Yeah, I know. I told him you should watch this.
He's gonna think he has to go down that lane in life.
Did you say this studio flooded? Is it that
Yeah.
we're in right now?
Yeah, this studio flooded about 6 months back. You want to hear the story now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's hear it. You wanted to save it for the recording, and I'm curious what went down.
Okay, so a pipe burst in the wall, inside the wall, and it was flooding for a long time. And I was out of town. I was in Miami, so the whole place flooded, and there was black mold.
Where?
And this whole studio got destroyed. That's why the walls are different
How long
color
were you
now.
out of town for?
Well,
Like-
once the place flooded with black mold, they told me I couldn't come back for a month.
Oh,
so
shit.
I had to stay in hotels for a month. So this building, it's owned by Graystar, and the owner of Graystar's name is Robert Faith. I'll put a picture of his face
Yeah,
up
shout him
right
out.
here. He comes from oil money. He paid his way through Harvard. He's a scumbag. He's worth $6 billion, and I will stop at nothing to go to war with you. I don't give a fuck if I make a fucking tiny dent and I have to give my life for it. I will go to any extent to get back justice for what's going on in this show. This is a fucking show. This is like a person that's been destroyed.
What happened?
By Graystar.
What's the issue?
And their actions. They told me to pay for a hotel, pay for all the stuff that was ruined, and we'll reimburse you. 6 months comes, they go, you know what? Actually, we're not going to do that. So
What?
Do you have it
fuck
in
this
writing?
building. Probably. Ivan keeps everything in writing.
Yeah, if you have it in writing, it's pretty cut and dry. If they say, we'll reimburse you for your expenses, you give them your expenses.
I texted him. I said, we're going to sue you, but don't worry about that part. That's the least of your worries. I will make sure that I spread your face and your name everywhere. The guy that is the one who makes a decision. $6 billion. It comes down to 30 G's is
I
what,
don't know
the
if
damage
this
is.
guy is making the decisions about one apartment and one of his 100.
Well, somebody should alert him, and maybe this will. Because the
Okay.
cyber cult, it's time to reactivate.
Whoa.
Reactivate the cyber cult.
These Graystar apartments are owned all over America. If they're managed by this, you will be fucked over. I am a real person telling you the truth from my own personal experiences. This show used to have a different set. It was flooded. I filmed everything. I filmed the employees that were working on the fix, and they showed me the faulty fuck up that they did. So it's entirely their fault.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to tell the story. I'm going to be completely honest with my audience and let them run with it. If they want to do press about him and do press about that stuff. And then, you know, I mean, this guy's in his 60s. He's probably doesn't have that much time left. His legacy for his grandchildren, his little great grandkids want to look him up online. Let's see what my daddy was like. My great granddaddy. Oh, he was a slumlord. Yeah, he's worth $6 billion, but he took advantage of people that were a lot poorer than him. So that's what you're dealing with over here at Graystar. This is the motherfucker I'm going to war with. I don't give a fuck about your $6 billion. That's a
How
big
come
difference.
you haven't bought your own real estate yet, Jeff? Like, I thought you're doing really, really well. You're still in apartments. You're still giving your money to a bigger man. How
This
about
man-
you own some fucking land, Jeff? Let's get down to that. Own some property.
As
Have
Mark-
some shit to your name.
As Mark Twain said, they're not making any more land, so you better buy some.
That's a good point, but I just don't know where I want to be.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to be in LA anymore.
Really?
We talked about this a lot. I want to go to New York. I want to be in New York and Miami a lot more. I feel like that's a better place for what we do, you know, podcast guests and stuff like that.
You
But
think
how are
in
you gonna-
Miami and
Yeah,
New
you're
York
going to
is-
chase all the juicy gossip if drama goes down? We're going to fly him all the way out to see you?
Yeah.
You have it all at your fingertips right here, Jeff.
Yeah, LA is where it all
Oh,
is
what am I
at.
going to have you guys on the show every week?
Yeah, why not? We'll
Hey,
come back.
We'll go.
Carly and Aaron next week. That should be good.
Are they
I'm
coming
down.
on?
No, I haven't talked to them, but
Oh.
I would definitely have them on. That'd be dope.
So are you trying to buy a place, or now you're just going to try and move and kind of see what you like and
I
where you
just
may
kind of
want
want
to
to
be?
go with the flow and focus on content right now. I feel like we got good momentum, and that's the thing that makes me the most happy is when I put out something I'm proud of.
Like a video with Matt and Mike.
Yeah, I'm proud of this. I was excited for this. I was all fucking giddy. These guys all came in here.
It's like
they're
flustered.
Yeah, I was really excited to see you guys because, there's a lot, like you said, we only show a tiny percentage.
I remember when we were in New York, we hung out. We got like coffee and got some food at that one place, and that was like, you were making me feel like, damn, New York is fucking sick.
Yeah.
It was just like perfect summertime, like
It's
walked
the best.
around, you flipped off a police officer, like
Yeah.
it was just a good New York
Oh.
hang.
I'm sorry about Nerf, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I'm
Yeah,
so
wow, it's
sorry,
been
man.
so long.
I know.
Damn.
It just hit me like I was like something feels weird. Like there was like a presence that was missing.
Doesn't smell the piss. Yeah.
I mean that too, but
Yeah.
no. I just hit me. I was like, wait, where's Nerf? And I was
Yeah.
like, oh damn,
R.I.P.
Yeah.
such a great dog.
I know. Yeah, he was. Thank you. Yeah, that's life.
How'd you
know?
memorialize him? Does he have a statue somewhere? Like
I
is-
gave him a hell of a memorial. I actually, I look back at that moment because it was one of the saddest moments in recent history. It's the toughest thing to do because they don't ever fuck you over, dogs. So there's nothing you can ever be like, fuck him anyway. Remember that one time he said this to me? And, I'm glad he's dead now, But Nerf was just unconditionally my fucking best friend. He came with me everywhere. So it got to the point where his kidney shut down. He was just pissing. He was like howling at night. So he's like screaming like he's in pain,
Yeah.
torture. And you got to make that decision to end your loved one's life,
Yeah.
And Mike had to do that yesterday. Mike, the new guy I hang out with, he's like my new Todd, but way more out of shape and not as good looking.
Mike
Uh-huh.
Mike Malchik?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he a nice guy?
Yeah.
No,
No. Oh, whoa, there's a divide. What don't you like about him? What,
I hate him.
you really?
I hate him so
Is
much.
it his Is his personality, or is he
Yeah,
awful
it's
towards
his
you?
values, it's his vibe, it's his age. I just don't like anything about
I
him.
could see like the two of you guys like in high school, I feel like would just be arch enemies.
Yeah.
He's very much like bro-y and like works out and probably like
Mike?
sports. Yeah, no?
He goes on the elliptical for 20 minutes a day.
That's
and
it?
takes a shot of test after.
Oh, is that what he does?
Yeah, but he admits it.
Oh, I don't know much.
It's
I mean,
like-
I've met him a
it's-
few times
it's
on this show.
testosterone therapy replacement. So it's like as your testosterone diminishes, he's not like shooting up the rock dosage.
I
you know?
recently got a blood test. I found out I am in the top 95 percentile of testosterone.
Bullshit.
I swear.
I can tell from your voice, your
I can-
squeaky ass voice. Yeah, show me that fucking test.
I'll show you the fucking blood test. I'll text it to you after. You can see it says like what the normal is, what the high and what the low is, and my testosterone level is at like 90 or 95%.
You 900?
I can't remember what it was, but it's like here's normal and then here's high and low.
Because I got my levels checked live on the show here.
And what was it?
I was at 500, which is
What's
like
500?
mediocre. They were offering me a boost, but it was also the guys that sell the testosterone replacement.
Oh, right.
I
They were
can,
probably.
hey, you know what? If you need some, I got extra I can give you.
How's your nutsack? Is it full?
I'm not going to talk about that on camera, but
So it's not. Then.
I don't know
'Cause if
why
it
How
you-
was
often do you guys check your testicles? Like
Oh,
doing
never.
a testicular exam? Like
I let
women can like
On
are supposed
yourself?
to. Yeah, like I
you're
feel
supposed
like,
to check it pretty frequently, but I just let the doctor do that on my yearly checkup.
right. But sometimes I don't feel like the times where my doctors have checked out my testicles that they're doing that good of like a exam.
I think if there's something there, it's pretty fucking obvious. I mean, you can probably go to a specialist and they're like a little bit more fine-tuned, calibrated, but like your regular doctor,
But I feel like anytime I'm whipping out my balls at the doctor, I'm cold. It is like you can't. You're not gonna be able to get me like in a sauna. No, let's just loosen
Let
up a
them hang
bit,
loose.
and then I feel like that's when a proper testicular exam should happen.
yeah,
Yeah.
You are supposed to check it pretty frequently. And like testicular cancer is kind of like all kind of cancers are really hitting young people a lot more frequently
Yeah,
these
I've had
days.
two
So
friends that I've known who have
You
had
think it's from
testicular
cell phones
cancer.
in the pocket and stuff?
who knows?
I don't know.
Microplastics in the
Sometimes it's
food,
just
Bluetooth.
genetics, and you get it. I don't.
What
I
if-
think.
What if you're in that room and they say they got to check your testicles and you get an erection?
Oh well, I'd be like, well, no. I think if
Good
I
morning.
well, if they had to
I'm
check my
human.
testicles,
I'm
I
human,
think
baby.
I'm covering up my whole shaft. They wouldn't even know if I had a boner or not.
When I had to get an
Oh,
X-ray
yeah.
for
Oh,
this,
yeah?
I had to do the.
Oh, okay.
You know, just
you
a little bit of manners. I'm not gonna like put the elephant's trunk in the middle of the
Right. You wear a little bit
know?
of loose boxers, let them dangle down one of the pant legs.
Yeah.
Wait, also,
Absolutely.
as we're getting older, we have to start getting our the proctology, yeah, prostate exams.
Oh yeah,
There's that group of actors that does it every year together. It's like Tom Hanks and Martin Short. They do like and one other person.
They're not all in the same room getting it done together. They just all go together.
I think it would be funny to do such an uncomfortable thing like that as like a joke with your boys.
Well, no,
it
like
would
they
make
do
it a lot less uncomfortable.
They're like older. They're like in their 50s, 60s, whatever. So these three like big actors, they all sleep over at each other's houses the night before. They do like their colon cleanse or whatever they need to do, and they go to the doctor together every year to get there.
I just want to know what the dummy looks like that that doctors practice on for. Like they have to have a good prostate and a bad prostate, and it's definitely like it probably looks like a huge like sex doll.
I mean, it's probably
and then they just is it up down this way, and they probably
have you ever had it done?
No, I haven't. Have you?
No,
they did it one time. I went to a doctor one time, and he's like, "I may as well check your prostate." It's not pleasant.
I bet.
It's
but I'd
really
much rather
cold.
have the peace of mind knowing if I have prostate. Like that for me, it's like, yeah, it's unpleasant, but do it.
They used to say get it done starting in your 50s. Now I think they say start getting it done when you turn 40.
I've never had anything go up my ass. Only out.
They don't do it anymore.
What?
The
finger in the butt?
Yeah, they don't.
What do they do
some
now?
little camera up there.
You
or
shit in
something.
a box.
What?
Yeah, H3 was talking
So
about
they
it
do
when
a
he was
stool,
here.
the stool
Yeah.
To check
sample.
your prostate?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He was saying that. He was like, yeah, they don't do that anymore.
Oh,
He
well,
was
that's
I got
good.
shit in a box.
Jesus.
I mean, that's natural.
We
all
can't
have
show
that.
that. Look at those nuts.
I think technically we can show that because we're talking about it for medical reasons.
Yeah.
Have you
That's
seen
what Mike's
yeah.
nuts probably look like. All right, guys, real quick. Let's talk hair loss. Check this baby out. Looks cool, huh? Well, iRestore, the elite laser hair growth system. Look, I know you guys are probably thinking, why would you need this? You have so much hair, you have the best hairline on YouTube. It is because I have this helmet. I use it as a preventative device. I have slight thinning here in this one corner where I was hit by a crane and it's sliced into my hairline. I'm doing everything I can to grow that back because hair is a big part of my life. It gives me confidence. It is a big part of my business. I sell hair products. If I didn't have hair, then I wouldn't be able to use my own products. I do not want to go to Turkey and get a sketchy surgery, especially when I have access to devices like this. This is clinically proven technology, guys. It is the most powerful at-home device on the market. 500 medical grade lasers and LEDs. You guys have access to this stuff right in your home. You could be wearing this at night and growing your hair back. Let me tell you about what these lasers are actually doing. It enhances cell metabolism, improves blood flow, which is what makes your hair fall out. When DHT blocks your blood flow to your hair follicles, it will shut them down, put them to sleep. These LEDs and lasers will wake them up, improve that blood flow, and reduce inflammation. If you go to iRestore.com, you can see that this stuff actually works. Hair loss is a sensitive subject. A lot of people don't like talking about it. They get insecure about it. And what better way to get help by buying a device discreetly online? And you can wear it in the privacy of your own home. Also, there's a 12-month money-back guarantee. So if it doesn't work, you heard it, 12-month money-back guarantee. So take action now. Go down to the link in the description. Use my code JeffFM for a discount of $625. Am I reading that right? $625 off with code JeffFM. That's an insane deal. Thank you, iRestore, for sponsoring the show. And now let's get back on with it.
How is your no alcohol process going? Are you still on that? Never drinking
I don't
alcohol?
really think about it anymore.
But you haven't had a drink in
It's
like
gotten
years at this
easier.
point.
I was in Vegas a couple weeks ago. I accidentally took a sip because I ordered a sparkling water. My friend ordered sparkling Tito's.
Okay.
And I took a nice gulp and I fucking just started like sticking my fingers in my throat to throw it up because I don't want to feel the buzz.
Just a sip?
I just didn't want to feel because it's been so long that my brain doesn't even remember.
Right. So you haven't broken
And
that.
I always operate at the same, like levels.
Yeah.
I'm, like as good as I'm feeling now and as confident as I'm feeling now is how I will be at your fucking wedding,
Right.
which is lame, I guess.
Which is yeah, which has already happened.
Yeah,
Sorry I didn't get you an invite.
I understand.
Yeah.
Just due to the
I
circumstances.
just didn't want like drama at my wedding,
Unless there was an octagon in the middle of the altar. Then,
Ladies and gentlemen, right after the first dance, we're going to invite Jeff Whittick up to the octagon. No, I haven't drank anything all of 2024 so far.
Really, that's
yeah.
great.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the end of March. I think a nice 90-day sprint will be a good like reset, and then we'll see. I'll take it from there. Matt's being pretty supportive, although
yes, but I would love for you to have a drink.
yeah, just like kick back and have a beer. But I think it's good for me at like this age to just really try and go for a period of time with no alcohol, because I think it's just to try it. And I feel like you're one of the only few people I know that really has committed to that for a long time. And I was wondering, when you first started doing that, was there anything that helped you more than others?
You just really learn who you are, like who you actually are. I wish I could have like a drink before going on stage sometimes if I'm not like feeling super silly and entertaining.
Right.
But other than that, it was the best decision I ever made in my life.
What about when you go on like a first date with someone and you don't drink? What's your like go-to
No,
response
I don't care
there?
if they drink. I not that I didn't encourage them to drink.
Yeah.
But I would never stop it.
No, but I'm saying if they
I'm
say
the
to
one
you,
with the fucking problem.
but do you say, yeah, I have a problem, I don't drink, or you're just like, no, I'm not drinking tonight, or do you like explain I haven't had a drink in like 5 years or whatever it is? Like, how do you
Or you say it's just not for me.
yeah?
Or like, how do you package it?
Because I feel like when you're on a first date, people
I think
might.
a lot of things come up early on. If I'm on a date and it's gotten to that point, they know that I got a lot of fucking issues up there. So they already expect like,
So like on like a dating app though, like next to the drink it says never.
yeah. That's kind of lame, huh?
I don't think it's that lame anymore. It might have been like 5-10 years ago. I feel like so many people now respect it and get it, and it's just not. It's not as big of a deal as it is, like it used to be.
Yeah.
But when you stopped drinking, I feel like that was like a crazy time where all of America is just like, what are you, fucking nuts?
When I stopped drinking?
Yeah, because you stopped drinking a while back, no?
Before COVID, before all that, before
Yeah.
I even started hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Thank God, because imagine I was one of those idiots in those montages. I was never in those.
Yeah.
But Zane had to probably stop because he lost all that weight, right?
Oh yeah, it's cut back, dramatically. He did drink at my wedding and he drank during my bachelor party, and I think maybe a few other times. But I would like to start. And Heath doesn't drink at all like anymore.
It's the best thing to shred you up. It just melts fat right off you. If you take alcohol out of your body, you just like get lean as fuck. It's crazy.
But
like,
it makes times really fun and great though when you have it.
It does. But also, you know, I get sugar high. I go crazy with candy.
Okay.
I know that's a little lame.
Do you take weed at all?
Do you take
Do you
weed?
take
That's
weed?
such a white
Well,
thing
I
to
guess
say.
now most people take gummies, and I figure that's like taking weed
Yeah.
away.
I'll
Cannabis?
I'll fucking smoke weed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dog. I'll fucking smoke some weed at night. Think of some creative, silly, goofy ideas for the shows.
That's great.
But that's about it.
Do you
That's
do
my own,
psychedelics? Like
that's my
mushrooms?
only little escape that I'll get is a little bit of weed before bed at night. But any other real problems, like I'll never smoke and go out to a party or anything because that would just put me in a fucking corner. And that would be counterproductive. Like I said, I like being where I'm at. I like who I am, and that's it. I don't need anything right now. But who knows? Maybe when I'm 60 and I get prostate cancer, the fuck am I going to be sober for? You know,
right?
Just pass me the bottle of whiskey at that point. Seriously.
Yeah. No, I know. It's a way to do it.
Yeah. Wait till I'm 60 and have ass cancer.
Let's hope not.
Yeah. But actually, I think about that. Like, am I going to be sober forever? We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you in 20 years.
All right. That's fair.
It guarantees that like you're a safe friend. I feel like when someone's like, I don't drink, that's what I get nowadays.
That you
When-
feel that they're safe.
like I'm just like, oh, you're not gonna cause any problems. anytime
Oh,
soon.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not going to be a liability
Don't
at the
worry,
party.
guys. I'll drive.
Sure.
Remember you got out in Ubered one
Yeah,
time?
fuck yeah, get me out of this fucking car. But you don't, but like, I still, I want to think that he's a safe person. Oh, Jeff's not drinking. But you'll still like mouth off if like a bouncer is like, hey, stand back.
I have fucking knocked bouncers out before.
See, it's like that.
he's
stuff.
One time I went up and I hit this big Hawaiian bouncer. He was a fucking like Samoan heavyweight. And I went up with like how you throw a baseball, like a
Yeah.
crow hop. I put everything I had into this shot because he was beating up on Cody. And I hit him and the guy just went like this and fucking ate it. And I was like, oh, fuck. And I took off running. I just started running the
Holy
opposite
shit.
direction. Drinking days. You think I'm nuts now? Imagine me with a little substance in my blood.
Yeah. It's scary to think about.
It's terrifying. I've done terrible shit when I was drunk.
Yeah. No, I respect it. Truly. It's like,
These guys, it's light what they do. They get in little arguments. It's like nothing compared to what I used to do.
yeah.
I would be in like police custody, guns to my head, like a lot of bad shit. It's not for me.
Yeah. Respect.
Mad
Took me-
respect. Do
you
you
know-
attend meetings? Are you? But you're not like on the 12-step program of like sobriety? You don't get coins, none of that stuff.
No, because I'm not sober
Right.
technically, because I do a little weed and I'll take Ambien to sleep. You know, I took a lot of pain meds when I was going through surgeries, anesthesia, that all that shit fucks you up. Technically, you can't do any of that stuff. And also like Klonopin I was on because I was like all anxious. Am I going to be blind? Then fucking, remember the time you asked me? You were like,
Can I have some Klonopin?
no. You were like, I think we were watching the election.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, we were? Was this
Yeah.
when Biden won or Trump won? No, this had to have been when Biden won.
This was when
2020.
I was at
Probably
Cody.
Joe Biden,
I was at
yeah.
Cody Co's house when Joe Biden won. Were you there?
No, we were at your old house with Zane and Todd.
Oh, I guess maybe then that was the start of the day or the night. Yeah.
That was
And I asked you, can
no.
you?
I think that's when Trump won.
Well, he didn't win
He
the
didn't
second
win the
term.
second time.
When
Well,
Trump
Biden-
won,
Oh,
yeah.
so yeah, no, it was when Biden won.
yeah.
Yeah, and we all were there sitting around like, what the fuck's gonna happen? And then you were just like in front of everybody. You're like, so can you like not see out of that eye now? And I was like, fucking that.
Should I not ask you that?
At that time, in front of a whole party with the kid there that's responsible for it, fucking like that was the only thing that you've ever done to me that I was like, fuck you, Matt.
Okay.
But that's it. Other than that,
But the thing is, Jeff, if I had an eye surgery and if I was going through surgeries and if you asked me, I would have also expected you to ask me something like that because that's just like you.
Yeah.
So sometimes if I'm like ever trying to like push your buttons or I'm giving you a zinger, it's because
you're
I
just giving
think
it back.
It would have been
Yeah.
the same thing in reverse. And I'm
just a hypocrite.
I don't what?
Kind of.
Then I don't.
Because no, I mean I'm learning about myself.
Yeah. I
You
just think
told
you.
me that this is like Sopranos with a therapist when I come in here and I talk about
Yeah.
stuff that I do and why am I acting these ways. He's like, this is Sopranos. This
Are
is
you
what-
in therapy?
I was for a bit, but finished it.
You graduated. You're done. You're all better.
Yeah.
That's
No,
it.
you
Game
need to
over.
continue.
Sopranos. Do you see what I'm saying?
No, but I agree with you. Getting into just like a room with your friends and just talking shit out is basically what therapy is. But you kind of want to do it with a professional who can like guide your thinking and repeat patterns back to you. And I can't recommend it enough. I think you should do it.
I don't think your problems are also any of your friends' business either.
Yeah.
So sometimes I don't think people are even worthy enough hearing whatever it is you're battling upstairs. You should talk to someone who's like sane, not
Yeah.
involved in your social circle.
And it's like working out too. Like, are you ever done working out? No, you still do it all the time. Like you still have your body. You still want to maintain your strength. Like it's the same thing with mental therapy. Your brain is also a muscle that you want to continue
That's
to
a good
work
way
on.
to put it. Yeah, and I also feel like you could train with a different trainer
For
and-
sure, yeah.
and learn like a whole different type of workout.
Yeah,
You're
if
like,
your
actually,
therapist
this
is-
works better for me.
Yeah, if you're like done with that therapist, that makes sense. And you want to talk about something else with somebody else, switch.
That's what it was. That's why I stopped. It was
Yeah.
it was the specific
Can I
therapist that I was
talk
going.
about the therapy call I saw that one day in the car with you? You answered a therapy call and you're like, I've got therapy.
Oh, I
You're
didn't-
doing therapy out in public on the fucking highway,
Just-
dude.
I don't give a fuck.
But he had like the most like Italian New York therapist. And I was like,
jeez.
and this guy was like, Jeff, I'm going to fix you. I'm going to fix. And I was like, this is the worst guy for you.
Yeah,
I was
he was
like,
so bad.
this guy is not good. Do not use this guy. And you're like, really?
That was the second therapist that I tried. I did maybe 4 sessions with him.
Okay.
Until he like he said, he was like an Italian guy, real fucking like sounded like he was on Sopranos. But then he turned his head and I saw like a rat tail that was braided. And I was like, what the fuck?
He's got
You
like
gonna-
beaded curtains at the entrance to his house. He's got Buddha statues and not for you.
That shit was just like shocking. I was like, I'm going to take advice from this guy.
Yeah.
And I'm a hair guy. So it's like, you made that fucking terrible decision. You walk around with that. And it's a commitment to grow your hair that long. He must have spent years thinking about that was the right choice. And
Yeah.
that's why I never again.
Yeah. But I feel like if you got some like you could get like an older woman who's like in her 60s who just no bullshit telling
would
you
love
what
that.
but like someone
I'd
to
have
just
sex with
I
her.
think having
no, Jeff, you're not going to have sex with your therapist.
And sometimes like
60-year-old.
I had a female therapist and looking back I wish I had a male therapist because I don't know, sometimes like you'll start viewing like a female therapist as like a maternal figure. Like you start like kind of you just want to
Kinda
feel like
hot, huh?
absolved and like comforted by them when like I do think like if you're, a straight white male, you need to hear another straight white male to be like, buddy, get it together or
Buck up.
Buck up.
Yeah.
You need to have a little bit of that hardness to frame you up better, but
I
that's
think
just my thoughts.
Women should be with women and men should be with men when it comes to therapy. Usually it just depends. It just depends. I just think that they can relate better to you in some capacity. It just depends. Like,
but that's part of it too.
I think maybe he would do well with a woman.
Right. It's not necessarily someone that agrees with you.
I mean?
I think it's getting someone who's the exact opposite of you, because then they can really see you in a way that you'll never see yourself.
Yeah, because
like,
you would start feeling all like challenged by like a man and stuff. Like, don't fucking tell me how to fucking think.
Yeah, bro, I'm vulnerable.
Yeah.
I'm open. I fuck around. I put up the tough guy act with you guys because it's easy with you guys because you're weak. Weak-minded and stuff.
A+ testosterone level here. I'm a fucking man.
No, but I'm open. I'm open on here. I'm open on everything, especially when I talk to people. If I'm paying a therapist to talk to, I'm letting them know what the fuck's going on.
You should.
With me.
I would recommend it. It's really good. And do you ever write down, like, just journal your thoughts down?
Yeah, all
that's
the time.
The best. I feel like that's also therapy. You just get a fucking plain notebook, whatever the fuck you're thinking about, all that shit in your brain. You just write it down, get a couple pages out. It's like doing a
I
cold
love
plunge.
journaling.
It's the best.
I've been doing it lately.
I used to do a weird thing with my therapist where I'd do a voice memo and then I'd listen to it. Like I'd drive around and listen to my therapy session.
That's
yeah,
great.
no, that's good.
Yeah.
I really?
Yeah,
Yes.
because you need, like, that's what therapy. I think therapy is basically just like
fucking weirdo.
It's like
I
a
listen to
mirror.
this podcast back
No, not
Do you,
weird at all.
do you actually go back and listen to this podcast a lot?
just for editing, just because I edit
Because
it.
I do think that is a form of therapy where it's like when you go to the gym and you want to see your improvement, you have to look in a mirror and the mirror is going to show you back what you've been working on, what you need to work on. That's what therapy is. It's a mirror for your personality. And
I like that analogy.
and so when you're
Cody, you better watch your fucking back. Damn, I'm coming for your time. I'm gonna beat your time this time, just to let you know, so you're not surprised.
What's the
when
time?
see
You want to say it on record right now? What your time's
I
going to
think
be?
you're at 9:52 New York City Marathon, but
is
it's
he
got
going to
the
do
bridges.
this? Is he doing the same marathon as you?
I don't know if he's got to deal with this kid or
His little
whatever.
baby? We got him the cutest
This
gift.
kid.
Did you?
Yeah.
I should
we
get
got
him a gift,
two
huh?
stuff. Yeah. We got him like a cardigan and a hamburger heaven baby onesie.
You know what I'll do? I'll send him a nice pair of Brooks, baby Brooks.
There you go. That'd be a good
Because
gift.
I got the sponsor now,
Spend
motherfucker.
$0 on the gift.
Yep.
Give him one of the extras.
Yep. Yeah. Here you go. Because I got the sponsor now, buddy. Yeah, that'll be nice.
What else did you prepare, Jeff? Well, let's hear about your process and how you prepare for a big interview like this with Matt and Mike. What are some of the things you've discovered and you really are itching to know about?
I mean, I would love to know your guys' thoughts on me after all this, like after this hiatus where we haven't seen each other. Does it look like in a better place now than last time we left off, or does it
Like
seem
between
like
the three of us or just the internet in general?
between us? Yeah.
I don't know that, like, for me personally, I feel like there's been no change other than just not seeing you as frequently. Like, I mean, maybe you feel differently. I never felt that there was any like problems or rifts or anything. Like we talked, especially when all that shit was going down. Like,
Of course.
I'm always like still there's sometimes like a bit of like caution about Jeff's sensitivity and like is there going to be a subject where you're like look at them, they're talking about something, how could they do something like that? And like like remember when like David got an eye statue?
Yeah.
And that was like and then I remember when he got the statue, I didn't even think about like the eye, but then fans put two and two
Nobody
together.
thought about the eye.
And then the thing is, this is not me. Like, I didn't even get to see the statue in person. But
Wrong
is this
one.
like dramatic?
Wrong
effect?
one. Pick a side. Whose side do you want?
You're like your side, Jeff, completely.
All right, thank you. You could take the spotlight off until further notice.
I'm totally on your side. Like, but then okay, so statue did upset you.
Well, at the time, no, I didn't give a fuck about it. But then, like a year later, the girl that's the artist that made it, she came up to me. I was in a weed dispensary.
Okay.
And I told the story before. She like said, "Oh, hey, Jeff Whittick, I made this eye statue for David." And I was like, "Oh, cool." Like I was just fucking being nice or whatever. And she was like, "Yeah, I should have made it for you." And I was like, "Oh, that's cute, but I think I'm good." Like I don't need to be reminded every day. Then her boyfriend, this scumbag fucking dirtbag kid, looks like he hasn't showered in fucking weeks, comes up to me with his phone and he's like, "Oh, so what's it like to have one eye?" All this shit.
What?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Fucking tried me for about 5 minutes straight, pushed my fucking patience. So he's walking around the store filming me up close. And you
that's
can't
so
do shit
annoying.
because then I'm going to have a Kanye video slapping the phone. Get your fucking cameras out of here.
Yeah.
So
They made the Twix bigger.
yeah. I would have probably said some shit like that too. and you can't edit it because then he has the phone or whatever. But
bring the Jews into it for no reason. Just go full Kanye.
Yeah. So then I walk outside and I'm walking down the street now. I'm like, have a nice day, guys. I hear footsteps running up behind me. The kid's coming, ran up on me. So I turn around, grab his phone, start fucking hitting him with his phone. And then that's how it ended. But yeah, then I like took off running because I was like, fuck, I'm gonna get jammed up here.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Jesus
but that was
Christ,
like,
dude.
so yeah, that fucking eye statue, yeah, that shit is fucked up because I feel like, especially with that now, there had to be some malicious thinking behind it. Look,
or it was just like a weird coincidence and they didn't put 2 and 2 together.
That's
like,
what I
that's
think.
what makes me sometimes paranoid. If like an eye, if anything that's related to an eye that does come up.
If you took somebody's eye, would you think, I'm going to get a statue? What should I get a statue of? Oh, I know.
Okay.
I'll get the fucking thing I got from this fucking guy that's now I'm in a major lawsuit with, which is still going on, which you guys will probably be called in.
Do you think so?
But look, everything will come out.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about that, and I just cannot wait. It's like all getting pushed back because he just doesn't want to deal with it. He's just out drinking, fucking partying. Tell the lawyer, I'll pay you. Just keep pushing it back. So that's the only thing that's like a little annoying. But whatever. I don't think about it much.
Yeah.
I try not to put energy into that.
Yeah.
You know, I just try to do podcasts with my boys.
Yeah,
you know?
staying positive is the way to be.
Mm-hmm.
Look past it.
Run marathons, inspire kids.
Yeah.
Smoke a little weed. Be Cody Co. All of us in a deposition room, live streamed. Johnny Depp, Amber Heard,
Hot damn, wouldn't that be the day?
and you're on the stand.
What if I have like a vacation? Do I gotta call off for that or like, you know,
Jury duty.
Yeah.
How can I get out of this?
You just
You'd
don't
want to be in this case. This
I
would be a
guess
fun
so,
one.
but just don't do it around like 4th of July weekend or like a time where I could be with my family celebrating, you know?
I don't
But
make
even
the
though I
rules,
would be
bro.
there for you, Jeff, I would.
Do it on Christmas.
It's not on me. It's on the composing counsel, the opposing counsel.
Do you check in with like a lawyer like once a week to see where things are? Do you wait till they reach out to you? Like, I don't know. Is there an online dashboard that's just covering
I'll be
the whole
honest with you, that
case?
shit really stresses me out because it's always doctor's appointments, this, that, fucking getting on there, living it all, like talking about everything, going over everything. So I try to avoid that as much as possible. I have my assistant. I've been helped with a lot of that stuff. And Nev, another one of my partners. So they help me out a lot. But yeah, I talked to him. I talked to him today, actually. Yeah. So no progress, but it is what it is. Speaking of doctor's appointments, I went in to a dermatologist the other day because I had this little thing on my lip. And I think it's because I did like a boxing, like a MMA thing. I got hit right here.
Yeah.
I went, it wasn't going away. So I went to get it checked out. And they were like, have you had a full body exam? And the girls were like giggling a little bit in the room because they were like younger girls, like the nurses. And they said, you have a history here in your family bloodline that you have basal cell like skin cancer. And I've had one before. So they were like, when's the last time you got a full body scan, like a body check? And I was like, well, it's been a long time. And they were like,
You're like last night.
no. I was like, it's been a while. I was like, maybe I'm due for one. And they were like, do you want to do it right now? And I was like, all right. I was ready. I was like fucking psyching myself up in this room. I'm like, all right, all 3 of these girls are going to come in here right now. They know me from YouTube and they're all going to have to see me naked. Fuck. Don't get an erection. Don't fucking do anything stupid. Then they came in and they were like, okay, we could schedule it for the 17th. So I was like, thank God. I got time to prep, you know? I could think about things. Nerf death. Being there. Yeah. So I'm just going to have to go through all that. But yeah, I'm getting fucking checked out by 3 hot nurses.
The day that you go, it's going to be the 60-year-old fucking
I have cancer.
Jewish doctor. Okay, let me take a look here. No, you got to get your shit checked out. That's good. Go to the doctors, get your fucking shit
What's
checked.
it called? Basal cell? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's like the most mild form of skin cancer. Like
Is it on the outer lip or the inner lip? Or...
No, this isn't it. This was actually just a cut.
Okay.
But I had it here and I had to get it sliced off.
Damn,
you see a little scar there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh shit! Was it cancerous or like precancerous?
It was cancerous. Yeah.
You're a cancer survivor. Is that the new?
I'm a cancer
your
survivor.
new personality now?
Yeah, right. We gotta wear Live Strong bracelets now.
Bro, remember those?
Yeah, dude. Those
I cut mine off when I found out he was using steroids, performance enhancing drugs.
I feel like that was far after the trend of wearing
I took
You were still
scissor.
wearing it 14 years later.
Yeah. I looked up to him. I took a scissor and I posted on Instagram. I said, "Why'd you do it, Lance?" And I cut the band off. I could have easily just pulled it right off.
But they still sell those, right? Like Live Strong is still a successful.
I see nothing wrong with what he did. Bill Burr has a great bit about it. He's like, our fucking steroided guy beat your steroided guy. All that guy fucking did was raise a bunch of money for cancer research. He took drugs. Everyone else fucking took drugs.
Yeah.
Get fucked.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
I watched documentaries on it. All of those guys, the cyclists and the
Oh,
Tour
they
de
were all
France were
doping.
all fucking juiced up. EPO, growth hormone, like everything. And it's crazy how easy it is to not get popped for it. I wonder if it happens in the UFC because that's when it gets dangerous. That's how Michael Bisping lost his eye. He got kicked with a head kick by Vitor Belfort, who was fucking juiced out of his mind. And his shin bone hit him in his eye socket. Same thing as me, but he lost his eye. Like his
and it's because the other guy
3
was
years later. It didn't even happen at the time. One day he just had a bunch of pressure in his eye, just woke up and he felt like it was going to pop. And so he went to the doctor and he found out he had, what's the stuff Fetty Wap has? What's the
glaucoma?
thing? Glaucoma, where his eye wasn't like moisturizing itself.
Because he was taking drugs or because the guy who kicked him was taking drugs?
Because the guy that was taking drugs kicked him in the head.
And he was just too strong.
Yeah, because he was juiced the fuck up. Like if you see him, pull up a picture of Vitor Belfort juiced up and then do after steroids.
But then 3 years later, they can track it back to that. They can be like, that's when it happened.
Well, same shit with like the fucking impact. The eye socket is paper thin, so it gets destroyed. Then you got to replace it. Doctors rebuild it with metal parts. So anything can go wrong.
Do you know Heath's been having trouble with his eye?
For real?
Yeah, you didn't know this?
I know. How would I know?
Well, I don't know.
I muted. Look, if I'm not liking your guys' shit, I just muted you guys because I don't want to see it. But today
we were like sensitive to it, but also what he's going through, he's valid to talk about it. No, he's having like epithelial cell growth from his like LASIK surgery. He got Smile, where there's like the tiny hole that's like, so normal LASIK, they cut open like the full flap and they do the procedure.
Yeah.
Smile, they go in through a tiny incision, and he had epithelial cell growth and he had to get it removed. And now he might have to go back and get it also removed. It was messing up his vision. It's just, I don't know. Yeah.
We should start like a group.
Yeah.
Eye for an eye.
Yeah, guys, keep an eye out for that.
Look at that.
So this guy, I have more testosterone than this guy. Is what I'm.
100%. After you do a cycle like that, your nuts turn off because you know that you're getting so much testosterone injected in you. So your nuts, that's why your nuts shrink.
Yeah, well, I never understood
when you're
that.
on steroids. So your brain tells your nuts, like, we don't need you no more. We're getting plenty of this shit from your fucking injections.
I see.
So your nuts go basically back inside you.
Guys like go bald too, right? When they get
like you go
Joe
bald,
Rogan.
there's a lot of side
I feel like
effects.
that should be the opposite. You feel like your balls should get bigger.
Well,
and
no,
you should
because
be
the balls are
growing
what's
hair.
producing the hormones. So
Yeah.
if your balls are like, oh, I guess we can
It's
clock
synthetic.
out.
It's artificial. So
Yeah.
it's not
Oh,
coming.
it's an artificial testosterone.
Well, yeah, it's called like Cypionate or some shit. And yeah, so you just listen to Joe Rogan if you want to hear about this shit for real. But yeah, so you inject it and then you get fucking jacked and then you get off of it and then your whole shit's all fucked up. Your nuts, your nipples are leaking milk.
What?
You start getting features of a woman like estrogen.
Because your body's like overcompensating.
Really like if you're taking the amount of juice that the Liver King was taking, his nipples are milking, probably spraying milk out.
Hot.
Have you had Liver King on here?
Fuck no. I don't support that shit when you tell everybody you got in shape through doing this lifestyle and diet and really you're just cheating. Did Zayn do Ozempic?
Did Zayn do Ozempic? No. And if he did, I would know about it, and I probably wouldn't tell you.
He would sniff a line off Skid Row's street.
Dude, no, he completely committed to that diet. Trust me, I had to deal with the anger that came from like committing to that.
Respect. I respect it more.
Yeah.
I'm just asking because it's going all around Hollywood.
It sure is.
It's so accessible. I have it in my house right now.
I've never
Cody
seen
sells
it. Oh, like, okay.
He promotes it.
Cody Co.
Cody Co. sells Ozempic.
Can I ask you a question? I don't really know what does it actually do? It makes you skinny because it makes you not hungry, or is there something else that it does?
It makes you basically nauseous, so like you're just never hungry,
and that's all it does. It just makes you not eat,
and it makes you like not impulsively buy things as well. It makes people like not gamble as much.
Like, is that really what everybody's problem is? They just can't fucking stop eating, so they take Ozempic. Like,
I think I have natural Ozempic in me because I just don't get hungry. I can run a half marathon, burn 1,500 calories in that run, on top of do another workout after, and then at night, I'm just like, why am I not hungry? I just burned all these calories. So I smoke a little weed, eat everything in sight.
That's right.
But so Ozempic is just like, I'm just not hungry.
It scares me. I think that people are going to start dying.
There's already been like a case of the woman who, has like unlimited diarrhea forever now.
They have like that advertisement.
What?
Like, like the mesothelioma ads?
Yeah,
They're like putting those out.
Yeah, I think there was a woman who basically has like 24 hours a day diarrhea from taking one of those Ozempic or Wegovy or one of those.
Damn.
And she's for life just fucked because her entire like system collapsed and she just now is shitting her brains out for the rest of her life.
But for Ozempic, when you start taking it, do you now have to take it for forever? Or can you take it and then you lose a bunch of weight and then really start working out and just maintain your new figure? Can you do that?
You could control the dose. You could not go too hard, or you could go extreme, and
freaks me out.
Yeah, just buy a fucking salad, go on a walk.
Easy for you to say, but there's people that are born.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I'm being silly. And also, it's not. What?
No, my dad's taking Ozempic on one leg and then testosterone in the other.
Cody's got his dad all on a fucking cocktail.
Cody?
It's Cody, my friend Cody from
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got Oscar's dad on a cocktail, Ozempic and test. Bro, the guy looks younger than Oscar right now. Oscar's
Your
father.
Dad, the guy who built the whole.
Yeah. He looks like a fucking WWE wrestler right now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's insane. And he dresses like one too. It's fucking sick. So yeah, I mean, I guess, we have this science if it all works out, but I think this shit just came out a few months ago. Give it some time before you try it, because there's a lot of...
it's been out for a while, but it was just like...
Because it was a diabetes drug, I think, right?
Yeah.
And then people started using it. They realized there was weight loss effects, which is crazy to
That's safe to use.
Yeah, right? Like, this thing for diabetes, let's just throw it at like... fat people to just like start losing weight. I don't know.
Ads for it all the time, like on Facebook,
which is
Ozempic.
Also fucking crazy.
It's
in
crazy.
America.
Isn't like America and New Zealand, or we're like the only two countries where we allow advertising for drugs,
prescription drugs,
and no one else does that.
If you go to like Italy, France, Spain, Japan, you'll never see like a talk to your doctor today about Quizquil. If you have like depression, and that's America's the only place that they can do that. Yeah, and it's fucking insane.
And there's not drug problems over there in most other countries.
I mean, there's problems,
like,
but
Europe,
for here, it's like,
I feel like Europe people just drink wine.
Dude, the amount of people in America that are on a fucking prescription drug is like, I think it's more than 50% of Americans are on some sort of prescription drug, which is crazy. Like, why? Yeah. We don't need that. I mean, some people do. Some people do, but 50% of Americans is 50% of people in Spain, all these other like Mediterranean countries and like blue zones, all that shit. I don't know. I'm not a health expert, but
I'm on antidepressants.
Well, are you? I used to be.
Which one?
Wellbutrin.
How are you feeling about it?
I feel like it helps.
You think so?
Yeah.
How long have you been doing it?
Like almost a year now.
You think you'll stay on it?
Yeah, probably. I don't feel much of a difference. It's not like you're like doing a blast of coke and you're like, I'm a fucking superhero.
Not affecting your boners or anything like that?
I don't feel any different.
That's
to be
great.
Honest. But also, I was extremely depressed like 2 years ago. So I guess it worked. I guess that's what it's for.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I won't need it forever. I don't take the strongest dose.
Yeah, I took what was it? It wasn't Prozac, or it was Trintellix, I think. I took that for like 6 months. Then I realized through therapy.
When was this?
Oh man, this had to have been like 2016, I feel like.
What the fuck? When you were coming up, life was great for you? You came from that perfect upbringing? Your family that plays football in that backyard that you have your plantation?
I think I was going through a breakup and I was depressed, but I realized I wasn't like chemically depressed. Through therapy, I realized I was just having bad thought patterns and I just needed to like look at things through a different framework. And by doing that, I realized I wasn't needing the antidepressants.
When I see you go back to your family, I just view you as like one of the Winklevosses, you know?
Thank you.
That's a compliment for him, by the way.
I'll take that.
Like the shirt you got on right now, your voice.
Hey, thank you, man.
6'4" and there's 2 of me. You know, that's you.
Sue him in federal court.
Yeah, that's fucking you. And then you would just be Zuckerberg who steals the idea and runs off.
We just posted a TikTok today doing a clip from the Social Network, actually.
Yeah.
I played Zuckerberg. I crush it as Zuckerberg.
Yeah, you little fucking snake stealing the idea. Zuckerberg stole our idea.
If you were the inventors of Facebook, you would have invented Facebook.
Damn, you guys know that movie good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We used to know the opening scene.
We're not going to do it now, but
I know.
Of the date?
Yeah.
That's a really hard
Did you know
scene.
that there are more people living in China with a genius IQ than or of any kind living in the United States?
That can't possibly be true.
But here's my question is how do you differentiate yourself from a group of people who all got a perfect score on their SATs?
Does that mean you got nothing wrong?
I could row crew or I can join an a cappella group.
Mark, you're obsessed with Finals Club. You have Final Club OCD. You need to see somebody about it to prescribe you some form of medication. You don't care if the side effects may include blindness.
Final Club, not finals clubs. And there's a difference between being obsessed and being motivated.
Yes, there is. Although just because something's trite doesn't make it any less true.
Okay, we can stop there.
That's nice. You just earn respect from him.
Oh, you like that movie?
He respects acting and memorization and performance.
We jumped around a lot.
Yeah, that was not the real.
But no, on the fly
He
like
said
that?
all of that. He said all of that. I didn't say any of that. But you did. I did. I liked it.
A great one
that.
memorizes the ending, the ending scene of Good Will Hunting, where he gives that speech about the NSA.
How do you like them apples? I like that. That's only
Like,
line
why
you need to
shouldn't
know.
I work for the NSA?
They go, why? The question is not why should you work for the NSA? It's why shouldn't you work for the NSA?
It's like, why shouldn't I work for the NSA?
That's a good
tough
question.
One, but I'll give it a shot. Let's say
I'm working for the NSA and somebody puts a code on my desk, something nobody else can break. Maybe I take a shot at it, maybe I break it. I'm real happy with myself.
Is there any segments we could do? Anything we got
I
planned?
bet you're going to get so many comments. You should have let Matt and Mike finish the NSA bit.
Just watch the movie, the actual one.
Tune into Hoot and a Half. We'll do it on next week's episode. When Jeff comes on Hoot and a Half, we're starting the episode with a full monologue from that movie.
That scene is studied from the Social Network, though, as like one of the best like written dialogue.
Oh, that
scenes
that opening
Aaron
scene.
Sorkin. I mean, he's like Shakespeare. It sounds like music. The way the characters
it's real
just
conversation. It's like hyper-realism. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're implementing a movie segment. It was supposed to be Mike's movies, but since Mike hasn't been around, it was passed down to Ryan because he was a weatherman, and now he's in
the
studio.
bad Mike, not the good Mike.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just wanna clarify.
So Mike's movies, we could have him do it.
Yeah.
We would love to. Matt's a big movie guy. We're big on Letterboxd, if you guys know what that is.
Dude, love
Never heard
Letterboxd.
of it.
Follow us on Letterboxd. I saw Dune today.
Oh,
You
I
should
saw
have
it
been in
last
that
night.
movie, Jeff. I don't get why you're not acting out like in big time Hollywood. People need to be casting this motherfucker.
That's what I've
you
been
would have
saying.
killed it in Dune.
Yeah.
As
I would
who?
fuck
As who?
everybody up.
As who?
Well, I think you would have been. I don't know. I feel like you would have been pretty
One of the
awesome in the
blue
House of
eyes.
Atreides.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
probably one of the
I'm
Freemen
on the
for
grounds.
sure. Yeah, definitely.
Getting that spice.
I see him as Austin Butler's character.
Yes, too. You could have been on a Harkonnen or.
He's in it? I only watched the first one.
He's in the second one.
Yeah.
But like
the
you
second
would've-
one you watched today, right?
Yes.
Watched it last night.
Kicks ass. You need to be there for like Halloween or
I'm
something.
gonna take one of my
man.
6 girlfriends on a fucking date there.
There you go.
Damn, that'd be sick. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that shit. I can't wait. I get inspired by movies like that. I just wish the world would become that, you know? Because they don't got problems like reading hate comments or like,
Well, they actually
their leaks in their apartment, like their apartment floods and they get in a beef with their landlord, like who's some fucking billionaire. Like they don't have shit like that. They just got to fight for the spice.
It's only a problem if you decide it is, Jeff.
You're right. I just want to fight for spice.
Wait, what is this movie segment? What are we doing?
Yeah, can we do
We're
movie
doing
segment?
it. This is it.
Oh, this is the movie segment?
We're discussing movies.
Oh, okay.
Fucking bananas.
Dune actually has no computers in it at all in the world. They went to war with the AI once they created it, and then they were like, "Fuck this," and they got rid of all of it, and that's why they do a bunch of mind shit.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Did you read the book?
No, my brother did, and he's a huge Dune nerd, so I've just like retained the information.
yeah?
He's whispered in my
I
ear.
kind of just watched it and didn't know what the fuck was going on. But
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
cool.
no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a lot of big words.
Yeah. A lot of storyline to follow.
Yeah, too many characters.
I get a fucking notification on my phone. My shit's blowing up. My DMs. There's a lot of distractions in my life, but I'll go to the theater, and in the theater I don't look at my phone. I actually lock in. So that's the place I'll watch Dune to, hopefully with Verica or Jess or
One of the nurses.
Megan or Morgan or Huh?
One of the nurses after your appointment.
Your full body exam.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah. I doubt they're going to want to come after they find cancer on my penis.
Or
God
just see
forbid,
it.
Jeff. God forbid.
Well, fuck, man. It'll save some stuff for Hoot and a Half because I'm
Sure.
going to come do your show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd
Come
be
on,
great.
man.
And let's get this vlogging going again.
Oh, you want to start vlogging?
Fucking call a construction company. Let's get the equipment going. Yeah, baby, we're back.
All right, we're back. 2024 is
never
going to
ended.
be our year, Jeff.
Yeah,
I can feel it.
I actually do feel great. I'm happy you guys are doing great.
Thank you. Likewise.
I always believed in you. I always knew you guys were the smartest in the group.
Thanks,
Thank
Jeff.
you, Jeff.
Great to be
Love
here.
you.
Love you so much.
And you guys who are watching it, you're in the right place, man.
You chose the right side.
It's not size, you fucking animal.
Hey, I didn't make that. I didn't draw the line. I just have to now play the game.
I was going to make a terrible joke.
What? You couldn't see
didn't
the
draw
line?
the line. The surgeon drew one on your fucking eyeball.
That's fine. That's fine. That's a good joke. That's a good joke. All right,
I
now
have to
cut the
know
show.
what.
I'm going to fucking beat the shit out of him and stomp on his foot.
All right, we'll see you
All
next
right.
week,
Used to
everybody.
be
Thanks for
out
tuning
on
in
the
to Jeff
corner, he
FM.
was
Roll the
dealing in
credits.
drugs. Got himself a barber's chair and gave awesome cuts. Now he's a podcaster. His life, he'll talk about it.